Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Smalltalk Sunday. Join me for a cup of tea and let's see what mischief I've gotten myself into this week. It all started with an abandoned box of doll furniture, and by the end of spring, hopefully I'll have a build that looks just like this, or as close to it as I can get. Today we're going to continue our gardening theme. Since it's spring and things are growing all over the place, we're going to make miniature gardening tools using all sorts of things from around the house. To begin, we're going to use some large paper clips. You have your option of using large or small, whatever you happen to have handy. You're going to straighten them out as best as you can, and you're going to need 3 clips, or at least 3 pieces of clips cut to 3 inches each. Now you're going to take your 3 pieces and tape them together as tightly as possible. You're going to manipulate the wires and pinch them together till they form a tight little triangle. Right there. The only glue we're going to use in this project is super glue. And you're going to glue these 3 little pieces together. Only about a 1/2 inch of that area is where you're going to place the glue. Allow it to thoroughly dry for about an hour. I put mine in front of a fan. Now this is one I've made ahead of time, so I'm going to cut away the tape. We're going to be using this heat shrink tubing, so you're going to need a hair dryer or a heat gun. I'm going to be using my heat gun. Our next step is we're going to use this yellow tubing and slip it right over the end. We're going to take a look to see if it fits our little Humpleman's hand. It does. So we'll put it in our little alligator clip. And then we've got a little rubber covered handle. I'm going to give it a little clip at the end and seal the end. There we are. Now once it's cooled off, you're going to take it and figure out just how long it needs to be 1/12 scale. Separate the 3 prongs because we're going to be making a garden claw. And there you are. Now we're ready to bend the little ends. Just take the tip of your needle nose pliers and bend it straight down. We're going to take our handy dandy nail lacquer and give it a nice shiny green handle. And while that dries, we're going to move on to our little shovel. I'm using tin I've salvaged from V8 cans. You can use soda cans, any cans you like. I'm going to give it a little bit of a curve with my pencil, massaging the tin so that the tin cups together. For this part of the project, I'm going to use my double-sided seamstress tape. I know there are other types of double-sided tape available, but this is what I have on hand. You will want the rounded toothpicks for this project. Place your double-sided tape on the labeled side of the tin, making sure you cover the entirety of the tin with your tape. Now you're going to place your toothpick right down the center. Take another piece of tape and seal that toothpick to the tin. Pinch it tightly together. Using your needle nose pliers, you're going to give it a nice seal on both sides of the toothpick. You can massage the tin and give it a little bit of a curve. Trim all sides because there will be some exposed tape. You'll want to eliminate that before you start drawing the shape of your trowel. Clip it just the right size for 1/12 scale, and we're almost there. Use your emery board and sand it smooth to eliminate all the sharpness, and you'll want to make sure that you round off that tip of the trowel. Your needle nose pliers and give it a little bend inward and start giving the trowel that little bit of a curve. And you're going to take a little pair of scissors and clip on each side of the handle, just enough to turn the tin upward. Turn it up and in at an angle. It helps to give that scoop shape to the trowel, and then you're going to clip it straight. And there's your little angle you're trying to achieve. Using the heat shrink tube, we're going to create our handle. Now you'll notice that the heat might make it separate. You're just going to give it a good pinch when it comes off of the alligator clip, and it will glue back together. And we'll use our lacquer and give it a pretty green handle. I am using a kebab skewer cut to 5 inches. Taking my X-Acto tool, I'm going to trim one end and make it flat on both sides. The rest of the process is just a larger scale of what we did with the hand trowel. You're going to take your tin and bend it inward, massage it inward so that the pieces cup together. Cover the painted side of the tin with the double-sided tape. Place the flat end of the skewer directly in the center, and then seal with another piece of double-sided tape. Massage the tin so it cups nicely, and you'll get a good seal. Using your needle nose pliers, you're going to give the finishing touches to your shovel. It's fun and challenging to see what miniatures one can make using items just from around the house. Once again, you're going to try to achieve that angle at the end of your shovel, then cut it straight across. That's what's going to help give you the curve to your shovel. Give the edges a good sanding with your emery board, and we're almost done. Using the heat shrink tube, we're going to seal the end of the shovel. I believe the heat shrink tube gives a nice finishing touch to the small piece. I went back and sealed the ends of the rakes that we made last week. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Share my thrifting and crafting channel with your thrifting and crafting friends and help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I welcome your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Check us out on Instagram and tap that notification button for upcoming announcements of thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.